You must be clicking on this video because you're interested in the SlumberPod. If you are new to what the heck is the SlumberPod, it is a portable privacy pod that makes traveling with a baby easier and less stressful and more restful. Basically, this is like 10 years too late in its invention because I needed this when my kids were younger and we wanted to travel, and I was like, oh my gosh, all the things that I've done. I've like moved around furniture in hotel rooms so that my kids couldn't see each other. I had multiple pack and plays. I had 3 kids ages 3 years and 3 months and under. It was a lot of fun when we were traveling, and I really wish that I had the SlumberPod. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go in the other room. We're gonna open this up. I'm gonna show you all about how the SlumberPod works, and we're just gonna get inside and test it out, and I'm gonna tell you all the reasons why I love it. So let's go. All right, so first things first, must get the hair out of the way because it's just so much easier to assemble a SlumberPod when your hair is not in your face. The first thing that I really love about the SlumberPod is that it comes in, and obviously like you don't have to keep this cardboard box, but it comes in its own small, very compact box. I guess it's not really a box, it's a bag, so correct me, please. So I love that it comes in this easy to transport bag. It fits right in your suitcase. It also can get tangled around your arm. All right, so let's get it out of the bag, and I will do the best that I can to show you the material of this. So this like stretchy material is completely black out. I mean, hi, you can't see anything. All right, so when you get this out of your bag, you want to find like the top of it and you want to spread it out. So I am just gonna lay it down and then I'm gonna move the camera so you can see better. All right, so it's gonna come with 2 sets of these rods and they're going to very easily connect together. What you're gonna wanna do, especially if you are assembling this on your own, is to do one side at a time while it's laying on the ground. Okay, so you're gonna start on one side, going through, and then you're gonna bring it and then diagonally through to the other side. Okay, and then leave it. Don't do anything else yet. Grab your other side. All right, so now we're going through to the other side. Under or over, it doesn't really matter, but you're gonna crisscross these and then continue pushing through. Make sure that the rods are connecting as you go. Don't freak out your cat. Okay, once you have them all connected, then you can start pulling. Brock, you gotta get off of it. My cat just like wants to be one with this SlumberPod. All right, now you wanna make sure that you're getting the correct corners into their corner pocket. And at this point, when you have 2 corners kind of lined up here, and obviously this is much easier when you have 2 people, but I am one person, so. Okay, you can see it starting to take shape. I am just putting each rod into their corner counterpart. And again, you wanna make sure that, can you see? You wanna make sure that this part continues to go through, because you see here, I have it's a little bit twisty, but that will all, woo, I'm hitting things. That'll all come together. Okay, then you pop the last corner in and we move the camera. So once you have all the corners popped in, that's when I like to go through and pop on these reinforcers. I'm just gonna go around to all sides, get these all connected here. Voila! So now you can see the entirety of the SlumberPod. You're gonna want to make sure, if you're using this for several days at a time, that you have everything just kind of spaced out appropriately. Mine's a little wonky right now. Okay, so now I'm gonna take you with me and show you all of like the features of the SlumberPod. So let's get a closer look here. So you're seeing this zipper, and it is, you know, it's gonna zip and it's gonna unzip. And you'll see that you can see right through all the way down to the floor. You can pop right in. So you're gonna pop it over on top of your pack and play. Now, I don't have a pack and play anymore. Oof, I'm getting in, because my kids are all grown up. But here we are. Thank you for coming into the SlumberPod with me. I am in the SlumberPod, and I'm gonna zip it. I'm gonna have to put you down for a second. All right, so you're seeing like, this is a very strange angle, but that's okay. It's not zipped yet. So yes, you can still see through. And you can't even see me anymore. Okay, so I'm going to unzip it from the inside, which your child will not be able to do because the zipper will be on the outside, and it actually is really difficult for me right now. Oh my gosh, I think I'm stuck inside the SlumberPod because I can't unzip it from the inside. So I'm just gonna climb my way out, which your child won't be able to do when they have the pack and play over it. You can see that there's a flap here that has the blackout material over some breathable fabric, so your child will be getting some fresh air. The same thing with up here. You can tie this up if you'd like to. It does not make it as blackout as it would be if you keep it down, but if you wanted to make sure that there was extra airflow, you could do that. So now it is so easy to unzip. Let's take a walk around the outside here. What I did not show you, or that it was a little difficult to show out from the inside, is this mesh. You can use this as a pocket to put a monitor in. Some people put a fan in it, but that is there. And then when it's closed, it's obviously more blacked out. This is another breathable like mesh pouch that you can choose, you know, leave it up or down. There's Velcro on both sides of this, and so you can like Velcro it shut so that there really is not any light coming in through this opening. This is a fixed divider here that has like the mesh, so you're getting some fresh air inside there. So you're still having the blackout feature, but because it's like flappy and airy, you're still able to get some fresh air into the SlumberPod. So this zipper is a plastic material. This is generally where you could put a baby monitor. It does, again, have like that mesh in the top of it, but the bottom of it is the plastic, so you can probably get a better view, and then we'll try and zip that. You can get a better view of what your child is doing while they're in there. Hopefully you have night vision because it's going to be pretty dark. That pocket, it does not hang down very far. If you have a toddler who will stand in the pack and play, they may be able to reach it, but it is like not a big deal at all. But being able to put a fan down there is a great solution for if it's very hot. One thing that I wanted to say about the SlumberPod is that it is safe. It has passed many safety tests, and I know that it is a very common concern for parents to wonder if it is safe to have their child in a SlumberPod with the pack and play, and if it's just if they're gonna overheat or any of that, but that is exactly what the fan pocket is for, what all the mesh lining is for, and it is very safe. The only thing that parents really need to know about the SlumberPod is that it has to be used in a well-ventilated area. So you cannot use this while camping in a tent. However, if you're in an RV that has air conditioning, then yes, it can be appropriate for that. You can use it in hotel rooms, you can use it in your house, you can use it at friends' houses if you are going on vacation and you're sharing a room with the family and you don't want to move furniture around like I had to do. Like, I kid you not, I would pull couches out from the wall and then move a bed behind the couch so that my kids couldn't see each other. I would take mattresses off the bed and then put the mattress like on the floor in like sticking out of a closet or something. I mean, I would leave the closet door open, of course, but you get what I'm saying here. So on the box here, it says the bottomless design is made to enclose travel crib, play yard, and select mini cribs and toddler cots. So you don't have to just use your pack and play. There are different things that you can use. You can always test it out, see if it fits over whatever you use to travel, or you could just go get a whole entire like travel set, pack and play / like toddler cot, whatever you might need to use, and a SlumberPod. All right, so there you have it. That is how to assemble the SlumberPod, what it looks like inside, my thoughts on the SlumberPod. I wish that I had one of these when my kids were babies and toddlers, but we are very much past this point of SlumberPod, and I really do wish that I had one. So I did buy one. If you're local to me and you don't want to buy one but you're traveling, you can rent it from me. There are other baby equipment rental companies that you could always rent one from if you wanted to try before you buy, or if you don't go on a lot of vacations, you don't travel a lot, but you still want to use one and you don't want to pay full price, you can always look into renting a SlumberPod. But there are always ways to still get sleep while traveling, and this is my #1 tip for parents who have kids in pack and plays or little toddler cots. I definitely recommend grabbing a SlumberPod, and I will have a link to the SlumberPod in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for any baby and toddler sleep advice or potty training advice, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Keep blooming. Mwah.